Hi there, it is drop shadow time. Okay, you can see this text here, both have drop shadows applied. Okay, it's not super hard to do, but we're gonna look at it. We're gonna do it for objects as well. These stars have drop shadows. Just turn it back on. It's not gonna take us long, but also I'm gonna throw in some bonus did you knows at the end. So hang around and yeah, let's get started. To add a drop shadow to text or any object, just make sure it is selected in your layers panel. Goes this light gray color. Let's go down to effects and go to drop shadow. And that's how you imagined it. Okay, so we'll do a couple little things just to get you a little bit more clued on how it works. So by default, it'll remember the last thing you've done. So yours won't look exactly like mine. So opacity obviously is just how see-throughiness it is. Okay, I'm gonna lower mine down a little bit. Now, in terms of drop shadows, it depends. I like mine straight up and down, like 90 degrees. Okay, so it kind of pokes off the bottom there. And in terms of distance, it's how far it is away. Give that a play. Okay, and the size is how kind of spread out or dispersed the shadow is. Okay, so it really depends. Like I often just punch in 3 and 3 for these two, and that's enough for what I do. It's either 5 and 5 or 3 and 3, and that generally gets to the kind of preferred stuff that I like. You might hate that, and you might like a big giant fuzzy one, so do that as well. There's no right or wrong. Let's look at 2 extra things. So let's click on OK. Let's say that I like this and I want to add it to this layer as well. So I can right click it. I can go to copy layer style, find my Scott shoes, which is there it is there. I can right click that and go to paste style. I'm going to do it to these 2 stars as well. So the star here, can I do them both at the same time? Right click, paste style. Oh, I can, fancy. Okay, this bottom one here, the opacity changed. So I'm going to lower the opacity again because that's what I liked about it. Anyway, one last thing to talk about when it comes to shadows. So I've got this top star selected, and let's say I don't like it going up and down. I liked it on the text, but I didn't like it over here. So to edit my drop shadow, I just double click the word drop shadow. I'm gonna move that out of the way. And let's say I want to change the angle. And what's gonna happen is this guy here, use global light. So let's say I move it to the side here. It looks great, but did you notice it changed over here? You might not. So let's see it all changed. It even changed in this here under the bevel and emboss, which we did earlier. Watch, when I move it around, can you see they all change? That's the use of global light. Okay, it just means that every layer style in this whole document will be affected by with the light angle. And that's kind of cool, right? Because you want them all to be hitting the same angles. But now, cause we didn't. I want it to be 90 for them all, but I'm gonna, for this one particular star that I've got selected, I'm gonna turn off that. And watch now, just that one star is working, okay, and adjusting the way I want. I'm not gonna go through all the settings. You can play around with the contours and the noise, and you can play with the spread. I never do though, so we're gonna leave it for the moment and let you experiment. But that, my friends, is how to add drop shadows. All right, next video.